And we are live.
Time to suffer.
Way ahead of you.
What am I hearing?
What the hell is that?
Me. I was just getting the book.
Oh, okay.
Boy. Loud.
Oh, come on, work, you dirty whore.
Do.
What? What did you say?
Never mind.
What did you say?
You said, come on, work, you dirty whore. I said, what I do?
Oh, come on. Be nice to yourself.
Oh, I am always very nice to myself, but if I don't do a few self-deprecating jokes every now and again, I'll have a massive ego. I mean, more so than I already do.
I think you're good. What?
Hey, Darius.
Hello, Darius. How are you doing?
Big image we got for the stream today, Manny.
What?
Excellent. Pic you got for the stream today. It looks nice.
Oh, thank you. So what have y'all been doing today?
Watching Disney movies.
Nice. Which ones?
A bunch.
Hello, Cameron. How are you doing?
Hi, Cameron.
Doing fine. Glad to hear that. Just wait a couple minutes for some people to roll in.
So, do we know how long Chapter 5 is?
I'd say about 20 and a half pages, it looks like.
Goody.
Oh.
Doing okay.
So, I think we'll only do Chapter 5 tonight. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cameron says I'm doing okay, just doing the dishwasher. Sounds a bit rude.
Sounds a bit like bum, doesn't it?
Skipped ahead. And this chapter introduces us to Peter Blair properly.
To
And it's
who?
because I want to be Peter Blair. Peter Blair.
Oh,
Tony
okay.
Blair. He's Peter Blair. I am Peter Blair.
You got
Let me
it.
make that clear.
Oh, hi,
wait,
Mr. Kuhn. I didn't see your
Oh, yeah.
chat at first. Mine always goes to top chat first. I always have to fix it to live.
Yeah. What a piece of junk you are, YouTube. Wait, what do you mean stream ended? But, Raptor, I'm having trouble understanding. Are you saying you want to read the lines of Peter Blair, or are you claiming that that's your actual identity?
Oof.
Holy shit. Oh, wait. Oh, the Prime Minister of England. Oh, I wish Toby was here.
There's no convincing him to do this.
I don't even know if he actually likes me.
They already go through so much shit reading Reasons Why I Hate You or whatever it's called. I don't remember.
Next week I should actually have the day off so I can drink along with the madness. Excellent.
Goody.
Yes, all of you, drink yourselves into stupors along with us.
Except you,
I'm a
Raptor.
minor.
Even you, Raptor. Do it.
No. I will not be responsible for a teenager's descent into alcoholism. Not my anti-pun, son.
But he's got a Dido liver. That's got to count for something.
Not my anti-pun, son.
Oh, that reminds me. I heard one today that you'd probably hate, Kenzie.
I hate them all. I mean, if I say no, are you gonna not do it, or is it gonna matter?
No, I won't. I won't say it if you don't want me to.
You can say it if Gemma shows up.
She's actually the one who told it to me.
Oh, of course.
Great.
Alright, well, knowing that, just go ahead.
So, wow, look at all those pots outside. They must be in a pandemic.
Gemma, just...
Although she told me apparently that was her father who came up with that one.
Apple and tree.
Need a dad joke, Dale.
Yeah. Hey. Her father is a hero of mine. I will not have anyone speaking ill of him on my show.
Didn't. I said apple and tree.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. Anyone thinking of saying anything disrespectful about Gemma's father, you answer to me. I will die.
Team Macbeth.
Yes. Why pretend just treat tonight as a day off and take it away? And take it wazy? Oh, I think you meant easy. Pretty relaxed today. College was really slow, so I've just been chilling. Nice. Even so, Raptor, you drinking is only a minor issue. Darius, goddammit, pun jail. It's 1:30 my time, basically just making myself look like I'm online. It's always nice. Mine was slow too. Save. I said it. You know, even though Darius made that pun about minors, I still find that more tolerable than what a buddy of mine used to do. So
with minors?
No. There used to be a theater in the area that showed like very obscure and independent movies, and they had a bring your own booze policy. But every time we did, they'd have to give us the speech about how, like, no sharing alcohol with minors. And every time my buddy would go, when you say minors, I'm just thinking like these guys covered in soot with, hard hats with lamps on them on their heads. It's like, okay, Jim, they laughed at that the first time, and they haven't laughed at it since. Just stop, please.
Needs to go to pun jail.
Yes. You know what? Yeah, take it wazy instead. Alright. Then I have to do it.
Shall we start?
Yeah, I think it's about that time. Alright, so, for anyone who, gave their mind relief and forgot, last time was just Theresa going through a long, pointless journey to the other side of the country to be shot up into the air in a plane to be nuked, and she somehow survived with a trash bag and empty Coke bottles. Every theater has a BYOB policy if you're sneaky enough. Very true. Very true. Jim is cool, Darius. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, she apparently survived falling miles into the ocean after being propelled further by a nuke. So here's chapter 5.
Sorry, I
woke-
sneezed.
Bless you. I woke up and remembered my horrible experience in the water. I cried and violently thrashed around. Memory can be as bad as the experience itself, and this experience was terrible. In a minute, I calmed down. Okay.
God forbid she feels something again.
Well, I mean, she did, but for exactly 1 minute. I was in a hospital room. Some electrodes were attached to my head. I don't think you mean electrodes. There were doctors and nurses around me, and I recognized Peter Blair, the popular Prime Minister of England, whom I'd often seen on the news. Okay, yeah, so the Prime Minister's just in your room.
This is a political show.
I slammed my hand on the mattress in frustration. For 8 years I had kept Hal a secret. My life was ruined. All I wanted was a quiet life. I didn't get it. What was I supposed to do next?
Why are you frustrated? You knew he knew.
Yeah.
I'll bet my secret is out.
I'm sorry, I just had to read Mr. Coon
Sorry.
here. PTSD speedrun any percentage. Okay, come on, Raptor.
It is. Oh, I'm Peter Griffin now.
You know, one day, with all the memes I post and Raptor's accent and just your general debauchery, Manny, Jacob is going to kill us one day.
Yes, he is. I'm surprised it hasn't happened already.
You know, when I posted that one, like all those British tweets,
Yeah.
and I said I was an experiment to see if I could feel his disdain from across the Atlantic, I didn't feel it, and so it either proves that A, I do not have spider senses, or B, Jacob isn't hating me nearly as hard enough. Work on that, Cobe.
Yes, do it. Kenzie.
Terrific. Some maniac will kill me in a week, please. How did you get to me in time?
You didn't, Lois. You've been dead for 2 weeks. This is so unepic, guys. Remember to hit the like button, guys.
Oh god, please don't make him Peter Griffin. This story's already cringy enough.
He's Peter Blair.
Oh. Does that qualify for pun jail? I guess
Yes.
not.
I'm
It's just
going to
two
say
people
yes.
with the same name. It's just two characters with the same name.
I'm just going to say the Raptor, just please don't add any more lines. We really don't need that.
Nevertheless, I'm a little bit disappointed in you, son.
Okay, I guess I'll just do the born British accent then.
Please. Only offend one person who comes to watch these streams, not everyone. What? That can't happen.
Hang on, just preparing for my sins in Punjail.
Kenzie,
And-
I sense something. A presence I
and-
haven't felt since Cobe. Oh, hello, Mr. Shade here. Empress
But wait,
Theresa.
what was the last time No, Mr. Kuhn, you have to explain the last time I felt this sensation. I need to know.
Hey, find the site of
I
the
feel there's a
atom
bigger story here.
How did you find the site of the atom bomb detonation? I was right next to it. It was really subtle.
It did! A most remarkable story, yes.
So I went through all of that for nothing. What? All of
Yes.
that? You were on a plane for a few days, and you seemed barely affected by it.
I was referring to my kidnapping and fall from... Yeah, okay, I know it's been a week for us, but anyone subjecting themselves to this book willingly will know that was just a page ago. Thank you for that flashback.
I'm afraid so.
Could my anonymity still be preserved?
I'll bet there's a lot of news stories about me. Oh, there's a drink.
Fucking narcissist.
There can
About a
only be one
million.
narcissist around here, and it's me. At least I'm lovable
Yes, you are.
and delightful and very charming.
Yes and yes.
Yes.
Hello, Leverasco. I don't think you've been here before. Glad you can join us.
Oh, hello.
Welcome.
Then Kaya said I only found the stream towards the tail end. Definitely coming back for more reading of this train wreck. Oh, trust me, this might be the 4th stream, but we're only on chapter 5. We're on page 74 of 467.
Because I'm using the Kindle version on my laptop, it even says how far through it. We're only 16% of the way through.
16?
Yes.
God.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't even broken 100 pages yet.
Okay,
I'm
anyway.
sorry, I didn't mean to make everyone depressed.
About
Everyone
a
except
million.
Darius, who loves to remind us of the page count.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, this is a drinking game? There goes your liver, Manny and Kenzie. Don't you mean our livers? Are we sharing one here?
It's like that episode of SpongeBob when he takes in Squidward. We're like brothers, only closer.
And it's like, oh wait, so that's what like this weird tube thing is that's been coming out of my body for the last 2 months. So,
I have been feeling itchy in my side lately.
Yeah, I guess it stretches all the way to Jersey.
Yeah. Continue.
The Lion, the Witch, and the ego of that bitch. I like that.
Oh Jesus, good luck going forward. Thank you. I hope
No,
you enjoy
stay.
your time here.
Suffer with us.
Don't worry, you didn't miss much. Just the lunatic narcissist author rambling like the madman he is. I tried to come up with a clever Star Wars prequel story for Kensington Sky Colin and Cobwatch sure would be, but couldn't think of anything more clever. Lol.
I'll take it.
Yes, you share liver like a brain cell. Oh, great. Where were we?
I don't know.
About a million if you include all languages around the world. You're discussed continuously.
Who cares?
No anonymity!
Well, okay, other than the fact that the government attempted to nuke this bitch, which, yeah, okay, that would be like, I'm sure everyone around the world is collectively going, the fuck? But no one is gonna be thinks she's gonna have superpowers or needs to be taken out unless someone actually said, hey, so trust me guys, this girl has a ball of light in her that was regurgitated into her by a fox that gives her super strength and super aiming that she has only used to play baseball so far, but I swear to God she could be a huge threat.
Also, we think the ball is from space. Not sure, though. Yeah, but you're right, though. Like, if the U.S. set off a nuke, like, every country in the world would be scrambling. Like, okay, time to go to war. Who knows what they're planning?
Anybody say anything bad about me? Oh, here we go.
Oh, wait.
No, I've seen nothing negative.
Of course not.
Give me a minute.
Take your time.
I hate this. Alright. Before I read my line, I have seen nothing negative. Bullshit! If anything happens in this world, at least one news media is gonna find a way to say bullshit about it.
Yeah. I've seen nothing negative. Oh, really? You haven't watched CNN?
Oh, or Fox.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Oh, do I have to read this line?
Yes.
Do I?
Yes.
I knew I might become famous
Yes.
and kept myself squeaky clean. Okay, well, there's two things I want to dissect about this sentence. First of all, I knew I might become famous. Fuck you. Okay, just go and fuck yourself. Because there's nothing interesting about you other than you have super strength that you have not told anybody about. Second, I knew I might become famous and kept myself. What do you mean, keep yourself squeaky? What the fuck? I am confused by the latter half of the sentence.
I'm pretty sure she means like metaphorically, like,
Well, I know like keep yourself squeaky clean doesn't mean you are keeping a good reputation. You didn't have a reputation.
yeah. You had a reputation as a baseball player.
Okay, Raptor, continue. I'm sorry.
People with problems can be interesting too.
In fact, they're usually more interesting than people without problems. Oh, I don't want to read this sentence.
Alright. Yeah,
No, I'm gonna.
okay.
Yeah, well, people with problems don't change the world. I'm
sorry?
Everyone has problems. Oprah had a pretty shit life growing up. Ellen DeGeneres. Nelson Mandela certainly didn't have a great one.
Wait, nothing negative, but we killed millions of fish with that nuke and pretty much destroyed the local fishing economy for no reason. Aquaman is pissed. Okay.
I mean, yeah, probably.
His eyes opened up. What I said surprised him. It was as if the concept was a new one to him. I saw the nurses were also staring at me. I'd said something important. No, you didn't. What did I say?
What is this
Good
concept
question.
called?
What did you say that was important? Because all you said was bullshit.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Raptor. What were you saying?
What is this concept called? Goodness. I have no idea what this concept is. I am politician. Goodness is alien to me.
The Prime Minister turned his back and moved away a few feet. He seemed to be pondering something. I'm still just picturing Toby. What the heck was going on in the world? He turned around again and smiled.
Raptor, how good are you at a Cockney accent? If we're gonna make Peter Blair hear Toby. How
Sure.
good are you at portraying a lanky Cockney giant?
I guess I'll try.
Who had an 8-year-old tell him that his YouTube channel was meandering.
That wasn't on stream. They're not gonna know what we're talking about.
Just know that it happened.
Just know that
good to me!
Just know that Logan, we're not going to tell you any context, just know that Logan once told Toby that he needs to get his act together on his YouTube channel.
Based. Anyway. Just away, I guess?
Yeah, keep going.
It hadn't occurred to me! Perhaps the only kind of person you want to be! Can do what's needed!
What's needed?
Later, I'll leave you with the nurses!
No, now!
Wait, what?
Stop with all this padding bullshit and just get to the plot. I'm hurting myself.
Seriously, what kind of answer is that? What's needed? Bye! He left with the doctors. Nurses took off the electrocephalograph electrodes from my head. I have
a doctor friend and I just learned this word. Said Bouton.
Pretty much, yeah. I heard a large crowd of people cheering. Fuck off. Wait, what? Are people watching her right now?
Keep reading, I don't know.
The nurses took other things off me. Oh my. Including
No,
Oh, no, wait. Including a thermometer out of my you-know-what. I'm not censoring that. It literally says out of my you-know-what. And brushed my hair. Brushed your hair. Okay, now I'm picturing fucking Azula, like, on the day of her coronation. Were they also, like, giving you manicures and pedicures and bringing you cherries? Oh. Okay, wait. I was still wearing the clothes I had on when I fell in the ocean. Okay,
that's not what a hospital does at all.
yeah, let's ignore for the fact that those clothes would be highly irradiated and probably burned off, soaked with seawater, and
Yeah,
yeah, as you
just
said,
for the sake of comfort, they would have put her in a hospital gown.
yeah, were all the nurses, did they have like that stuff that morticians put under their noses when they're cutting bodies open? It's like she would smell to high heaven. I noticed my clothes were stained with some reddish brown stuff. Yeah, that's all that happened,
What's this?
I asked. Blood!
Blood!
Okay. Peter Blair came back to the room. Well, that was quick. By now I was sitting in a chair chatting with the nurses.
Who are you?
Asked Blair.
I'm good.
Any nausea?
Well, now that you think about it, yes, and I'm also glowing and my hair's falling out. Because I got nuked!
My skin is slowly sloughing off.
No.
Seriously though, like he acts like he saw her like days ago. It's like, no, you've been gone for 2 minutes. Why did he ask that?
Where am I?
These are the things you should have asked first.
London! This hospital is on periphery of the city. We couldn't bring you into the heart of London. The traffic obstruction would have been horrendous.
There you have it. Not horrible burns or radiation or, drowning, possibly. No, it's the traffic that was the problem. Oh my god. Give me a second so I can keep myself calm after reading this next one. Why was I so important?
You're not.
Never mind, I could find out later.
I also love how she goes back and forth, like, when she's thinking about this ball that's in her and being like, I can never have a normal life again. With this power that I possess, my anonymity's gone, I won't be able to have a normal life. And then, 5 seconds later, why am I so important? Why can't I just have a normal existence?
Oh, I like this from Larasco. Shame no one tried assassinating Teresa with a pit left in one of her cherries. Excellent. But since it's her coronation day, she would just have them banished instead of executed.
Can I go to a hotel or something?
We hold a floor. We hold a floor of a new hotel tower for visiting dignitaries. It's yours.
The whole floor.
Fuck off! Fuck this, I'm getting drunk. Good on you, Kun.
Attaboy.
Why was I so important? Maybe I'm not? The book then fades away.
Thanos snap.
Yeah, Prime Minister Blair, I don't feel so good.
Do they have shops?
No, they don't have those anywhere but the United States.
We do. We sell Supreme.
I need fresh clothes, but I don't have money.
The British nation will gladly pay you. We've already spent millions on you.
How?
Fuck you!
Do for what? What have you done? Did it really take millions to fish her out of the ocean and bring her to London?
Oh my god. I think I'm having an aneurysm. Cameron says, "No, Teresa, you're too important for a hotel. Here's the deed to 10 Downing Street." Oh, my eye won't stop twitching. Everybody laughed at that. Manny didn't! Manny didn't!
Oh, we're wasting money on one girl. Homelessness is going up. No.
Yeah. So now that we know that news has been breaking out about this girl, you'd think that at the very least the United States would be chaos learning that the government has been spending much of their resources not on solving homelessness, military poverty,
Yeah, terrorism.
hunger. No. Just on following this one girl whose only power was that she was good at baseball.
Actually, not even that. She was good at pitching the ball. Not hitting it, not running.
Cradling the balls, if you will.
Pushing it in, pushing it out. The nuke was really expensive, Kun, but the thing is, we're talking the UK now. The US spent the money on the nuke. So what the fuck did the UK spend the money on? Imagine the hospital bill for the you-know-what thermometer alone. You see, no one's going to say ass or anus anymore. It's from now on, it's you-know-what. Okay.
Oh my god. Becky, look at her, you know what.
Everybody laughed at that. Something else that made no sense. No,
Everything doesn't make sense.
You don't get off the hook for your nonsense by pointing out that it's nonsense. Fuck you. Fuck you, Bhutan. I could find out about it later. Please, you two.
Why not ask questions now? Stop padding it out.
I don't have enough whiskey.
I need something to eat. They didn't feed me my last day.
You haven't.
Nurses will get you something.
Yeah, forget the last day you were with the military. You haven't eaten for 2 weeks. He left again, and the nurses got some fish and chips. Why is that in apostrophes?
Because British.
Alright, British. Blair came back.
British. How is your stomach after taking the... How is your stomach after taking the food?
Bhutan really did just try to think of, like, you know, what's British nosh?
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go. I was just reading the line.
And then here's the Prime Minister of Britain. Has nothing better to do than visit Theresa. You know, doesn't have to deal with gang violence or like demanding more tax money from Scotland. No, it's all about Theresa.
Working PR for the royals, probably.
Yeah. Okay, we know that the Queen walked out of the palace naked again.
Oh, I was referring to current events.
Oh God.
This is the worst thing to happen to the royals in, I don't remember how much time they said, but really?
Did you find out
you sure not that whole bombshell of one of the royal princes being BFFs with a known pedophile? Anyway. Fine. That's the second time you asked that. Well, you were nuked.
Yeah.
God forbid he ask you how you're doing.
Doctors warned me that you might revive briefly, but soon sicken and die.
Please
It
do.
would be like radiation sickness. First nausea within an hour, then rapid deterioration. It cannot be stopped. I'm glad it didn't happen.
What?
Yeah, it could only happen within this time frame. So,
Okay.
yeah, you're totally in the clear.
Alright, Kenzie, get ready for this one. What? More mysteries to find out about later.
Ask questions now. No, here's her own. Here's the few questions she's asked. Where am I? Fair enough. Can I go to a hotel? Really? Is that your first priority? Do they have shops? Can I go to my hotel now? That's
Oh, wait.
all you want to ask.
She asked for food. I mean, it wasn't actually a question, but she did ask for some food. Oh, wait, Darius says, so instead of spending money on improving my shithole of a town, Boris blew it all on some dame? Yeah, Darius, not
Pretty
just
much.
a dame, but a Yankee dame. So how's that make you feel? Okay, Raptor, it's
Did
your
I
turn.
actually read Can I go to my hotel now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, and Mr. Kuhn says, that's not how radiation works!
You know, he probably once read about the team in Chernobyl that found the elephant's foot and then thought that's how that all radiation works.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, this guy's a retard. It's you, Dino Dude.
Of course. Would you mind coming upstairs to the sunroom and let television cameras see you? Your family will see. Jeffrey
Sure.
Epstein will see.
Sure.
Having Steve and my parents see that I was alive was too good to resist. The
You
PM
think someone would have told them?
You'd think. The PM and I left the room. The PM's people followed as we walked towards the center of the building with greatly excited hospital staff and visitors cheering.
Wait. So do you think that they're all completely in the dark? They just see her on TV and they're like, can anyone tell us where she went?
So
And then finally, like, there's a knock at the door. So don't get mad. But we tried to nuke your daughter.
This is where our little girl's been for the last 2 weeks?
I said you can't be mad.
Oh wait, Darius
You get
says,
mad, we're sending you to Guantanamo Bay. You're now a terrorist.
Darius says, a Yankee! Those long necks are stuck across the pond for a damn good reason. This is a toss-up, bloody hell! I'm going to take a wild guess and say her parents have been executed while she was unconscious or something.
No, that'd be interesting.
Teresa, we just tried to kill you, but can you step out on this open balcony with no bulletproof glass? You know, no reason. Yeah, well, as we said many times last week, they could have just solved the problem with one bullet. But no, they went for a nuke.
Yep.
There was a staircase near the front entrance. We went up to the second floor and walked to a patient lounge which had observation windows on 3 sides. The hospital was on the outskirts of London with plenty of open space in front. Peter Blair guided me to the center window. A crowd of people large enough to fill a dozen NFL stadiums waited. No, they did not.
Okay, I don't care where this hospital is located and how much open space is in front. A dozen NFL stadiums. No hospital has that big a space for that many people to congregate around.
Yeah, blocking traffic in every possible direction. Thought. Thank you, Raptor. And the moment they spotted me and cheered. For what? What did you do?
Hey, she existed.
I get why TV cameras and stuff would want to be following this girl. Like, hey, the U.S. government just tried to nuke this 18-year-old girl. Like, what the fuck? And would want to see, like, keep up with the story. But why would just a bunch of spectators want to gather around to see one that's not even from her country and has no effect on the goings on of their country whatsoever? Why would they care?
I think the answer starts with M and ends with Arisu. Oh wait, she has a new superpower. Counting in half a second. 500,000 people were cheering me. I felt a thrill going up and down my spine. I was not used to this kind of attention and had no set responses like a seasoned celebrity would. Go ahead, Raptor.
I just said liar.
Oh, yeah. I stared out at them amazed that they would find me so interesting.
Yeah, and yet you were disappointed how you wouldn't become the little spark plug of your college campus. And now you just seem so timid and unsure.
I was in my usual youthful situation of wondering what was going on here.
Then ask questions!
Well, to be fair.
Well, this isn't the right kind of question.
True.
Why are they here?
I asked the PM. Why does she keep calling him PM? That is weird.
Because greetings, fellow kids. I, too, use abbreviations.
Raptor, can you do me a favor, please?
Yes.
Get a picture of Bhutan and Photoshop it to have the, how do you do, fellow kids clothes and the skateboard.
I'll do it after the stream.
I'm amazed we haven't done this sooner.
Thank you so much.
Took 14 hours and our strongest dark magic mage to revive you. People like that. Suspense, you know.
You know,
yeah, I'm
it
sure they were
thrilled
hours, to know that one hospital was spending all of their resources saving, some foreign chick and not, maybe members of their own families who might be in the hospital, friends, loved ones. No one once considered that maybe the U.S. government had a reason to nuke this one person. They don't, but that's beside the point. We know that they don't. But, they're like, so maybe she might actually be a threat. Do we want to revive her?
Exactly. Hello, Kay. Welcome. You're probably going to regret showing up. I'm late to the game, but I won't understand even if someone explains it to me. All you need to know is ball of light fell from space, went into a fox. Fox spit the ball of light into a 10-year-old girl who has the biggest ego in history.
She played some baseball.
Yeah, grew up knowing that government agents were following her, assumed that a guy she wasn't dating was cheating on her because he had a girlfriend.
Got married at 18.
Yeah, to a guy that, had a long hot night of watching a movie and a documentary with. And then the U.S. government spent 3 days flying her across the country in planes to try and nuke her. Now she's recovering in a London hospital.
And this whole time she flip-flops to never seeming to know what's going on and having exactly an idea of what's going on. And going from, humble, why is this all happening to me? I just want a normal life, to the biggest fucking ego in the world.
Yep.
But you'll notice that real quick.
Oh, and also, Raptor, I know you were joking about having a mage there, but if it takes you 14 hours to revive a person, yeah, you would need a necromancer.
Yeah, you have to call it.
Like, yeah,
they call it before even an hour.
Yeah, they call it after 10 minutes.
Do they just assume because she has the fox ball in her stomach that she can totally come back to life?
That's okay. I'm still going to read that it says Hal in the book, but when we're when we are referring to it, we're just gonna call it the foxball.
Excellent.
Yeah. Kay says, I'm mentally checked out. That will help you get through this.
Especially if you have a bit of the ganj, or maybe some drinks.
Television camera crews had claimed the spaces closest to the hospital and aimed their cameras up. Really? They claimed the spaces, not, I don't know, ambulances? The world saw me standing in my blood-soaked clothes. People held up painted signs saying, "Hello," and "Welcome," and "Come to Ireland." I mean, it's not Wales, so I guess okay.
Why do they care?
Or typical comments. One woman held a sign that read,
Theresa,
"Save us?"
What do you expect her to do?
Huh?
Okay, hang on.
Senorita Theresa, come to Brazil.
No, you gotta read this. I am... What? Okay. Save us? What's that about?
The wind is stopping everywhere.
Okay, did anyone else just hear a record scratch?
This is the conflict?
The wind is stopping.
That is... literally impossible.
I mean,
Where's everywhere?
yeah, okay, that's what I want to know.
All over the world.
Specific, thanks, PM.
Of course. And no one has mentioned this until just now. The Irish inviting foreigners to their country? That's a new one. I looked and saw those spherical cotton ball clouds that form when there's no wind. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. They weren't moving at all. They just hung there. It was like looking at a postcard.
What does it mean?
I asked.
No wind means no rain, and no rain means no food.
How bad will it get?
We may
Use
see
your
the whole
brain.
world. We may see the whole world starve to death.
How is this her problem to deal with? What can she do?
Well, you know,
All she has is the ability to bend horseshoes and has a little orange dot perpetually in her line of sight so that she can throw shit accurately.
she can throw a weather-changing device into the clouds. I don't know.
Manny, shut up!
Yes, okay, I can do this. The television cameras must have taken close-ups of my face. Is that why they all broke? The crowd became silent as they waited to see if I lost it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know the entire crowd could read lips. Or, is this whole thing, or is the whole place amped so they could hear your private conversation?
Oh my god. Of course.
After you just woke up.
She's the Avatar. She needs to learn airbending.
No, we are not bringing one of my favorite childhood shows into this bullshit.
To quote Carl, jeez, you are making me so angry right now. To be clear, I mean Bhutan.
How will it happen?
Retardedly.
Only the coastlines will have enough rain to grow a few crops. Inland areas will turn to desert. Europe and the United States can only survive for 2 years by marshaling all of their resources. Every square inch of the coast will be cultivated.
Yeah, trust me, some scientists sat down and did the math on this.
Sorry, and maybe it's because I'm an idiot, and, I liked science, but I didn't really it wasn't my favorite subject growing up in school. And I understand, why wind's important and it blows the clouds and stuff, but For rain to happen, it's a cycle. The water comes down, gets evaporated up, forms clouds, and when enough of it gets heavy enough, it rains.
Bingo.
Is wind really necessary for that cycle?
I mean, I guess maybe a bit. But I mean, there's a reason why on TV tropes that there's a whole long page just about the scientific inaccuracies of this book.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
entire.
I will be sure to check that out later.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Raptor, it's still you because you got like a whole fucking paragraph of dialogue.
This
It's my
is your
time to
monologue,
shine.
boy. Own it.
Oh wait, real quick. Kenzie, would you be so kind to read out Mr. Shadier's latest comment in Teresa's voice?
I know this is a quote from Legend of Korra. I haven't seen it. It won't be as funny. But, Teresa, I'm the Avatar and you gotta deal with it.
And if you, I'm glad to hear you haven't seen Legend of Korra. Keep it that way.
I've heard mixed things. I just wasn't really interested. I knew it wasn't gonna be the same magic that the original had.
Yeah. Did y'all know about the Empress Theresa wiki? You're shitting me.
Well, I mean, it has a TV tropes page. Why wouldn't it?
Fair.
I mean, it's not like, unless it's maintained entirely by Baton, it was, was made completely ironically.
Actually, it's not. It's more in line with like the Christian wiki. It's more like just documenting all the insane shit Norman has done.
Right.
All right. Let's get going. Like we've made barely any progress, and we're almost an hour in.
And I'm getting very hungry.
So am I.
We're having corned beef tonight. I'm so excited.
Yum.
That sounds delicious.
I love corned beef so much.
We kind of missed the mark because St. Patty's Day was yesterday, but
details.
Unfortunately, the rest of the world can't do this. We'll lose 1 billion people in the first year. Beyond 2 years.
I'm sorry, I just had to say, the rest of the world can't do. No one else has preserved food or anything. Oh my god. Hello, Kobe. Korra sucks. Yes, it does.
In 2 years, our economies will totally collapse. Everyone abandons their jobs. All social structures break down.
That's why he's concerned.
Every man for himself. All animals are slaughtered for food. With bird extinct, insects will multiply 1,000 times, spreading uncontrollable epidemics. In 5 years, there will be a few of us left. The world is dying!
Crickets.
Can someone explain how the wind is stopping?
Probably not.
Wizard did it.
I think that answer alone would be 1 billion times more interesting than anything happening in this book.
Oh, no doubt. Cobe says you still love corned beef as a kid. I'm sorry, that comment is more interesting than this book. Okay. Horrible.
Yeah, we don't have it often, but when we do, it's a good time.
Yes. Horrible. Inconceivable! And I was supposed to do something about this mess? I didn't even know how it happened.
Now you're starting to get the picture.
The crowd was absolutely still. They knew I'd just learned the facts of life, and my reaction showed I didn't know what to do.
How do they know this? Is the hospital amped?
Apparently. The unimaginable horror was likely to be their future. No wonder they came here to see me.
What do you mean? They would all be thinking the same thing we are. Well, what can this fucker do?
I can do this. I can do this.
You know what? I'm starting to have a theory is that, because Bhutan is, an elderly gent, so he probably grew up in the golden age of comic books like Superman and stuff, where, less questions were asked. And I'm not saying that, the storylines in the early comic book days were bad by any stretch, and there's a reason they've endured for so long, but,
Oh yeah.
he's like, he sees heroes like Superman being larger than life, who, he does something and everyone knows, oh, it's Superman, he's here to save the day. He just doesn't know how to write something like that.
Yeah. It's because, yeah, you see, the thing is, Superman was lifting skyscrapers. He was
He could literally change the rotation of the Earth and bring back time.
That's exactly what I thought about when you first brought that up.
God, I hope to God this is how she fixes everything. That would make everything worth it if it just copies. Which Superman movie was that one? 2 or 3?
I think that was 2.
First one. I think it was the first one.
Was it?
Oh. I think I remember what the context was. Like, Lois Lane dies, Superman's sad, he turns back time, saves Lois, happy ending.
Oh, wait.
Okay, we're gonna look this up later, but if he pulls off one of the dumbest endings of a Superman movie, everything will be worth it.
Yes. Wait.
No, it won't, but, something to look forward to.
Kaylin just said, this was written by an old man? Oh, yes! Like a 70-year-old man on Wattpad who then self-published this book. And it only gets worse, Kay, the number of time that he talks about a teenage girl's breasts.
If you go back and watch the earlier streams, it'll start to become very obvious that it was written by an old man and not a girl just trying to insert herself into her own super-powered story.
Yeah. Oh,
he's also very protective of his book.
Yeah.
Oh, he is insanely defensive about this book.
Kun and Ko both said it's the first Superman movie where that happens.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm willing to let that slide too because it's Christopher Reeve, the best Superman to date.
Well, yeah, but I just kept thinking it was the sequels because I remember the first one being a classic, and I'm like, really? That was the ending to the first one? It's been a long time since I saw those movies.
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying, like, I forgive the ridiculous ending because it's Christopher Reeve.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's still a classic for a reason.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love the Superman theme?
If only Superman were here, he could save us all from this book. Okay, I
walked inside.
Thank you. I walked inside and stopped at a nurse's station. Blair followed and stood next to me. He was the world's lifeline to me now. If that meant anything, it really doesn't.
Congratulations, you're this kid's babysitter.
I didn't think anyone over 25 was on Wattpad. Cobe, doesn't that just make it creepier? Did you guys hear that sound just now? That was me packing my bags to leave the Earth.
Wait, take me with you.
Yeah, slow down there. Guys, a stellar example of how not to respond to criticism or advice when you're writing a book. The director's cut of Superman 2 is really good too. Yes, it is.
Yeah, for anyone here who, I know a few of you are new to these streams now, if you don't have as much context to this book, look up Down the Rabbit Holes episode of Empress Theresa, and it'll give you a good idea of the background behind it.
Yes indeed. Okay, he had to suspect by now that I didn't know what to do with the wind situation. I mean, that's
how
just being a
would
normal
he
person.
expect you to?
You okay?
No. No.
Hang in there.
I'm not okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Is it though?
Yes, don't worry. Somehow he would have to pull a miracle out of me. Phrasing.
From out of where?
He has to pull a foxball out of her.
Kalima!
Yes! I'm glad that's what you thought of.
I feel like running away.
I said.
You couldn't stop me. I wanted to make that as threatening as possible.
Yeah, seriously, like, even if you hadn't said it that way, it's like, immediately just resorts to threatening him. The Prime Minister of Britain.
Okay, Darius corrected me, and I thank you, Darius. Kenzie, if you don't have any context of this book, then count yourself lucky. Now it's time for another drink. You're right, I stand corrected, Darius.
You know what you do when someone makes fun of your book, fan fiction, story, etc.? You cry alone, and then you fix it.
Oh wait, Mr. Kun, he's telling Kobe, ask Vince about Baldy if you need one more reason to stay away from Wattpad. I feel like Kobe probably has a good idea about that situation, but either way, firsthand, don't. He'll go on a very long tangent.
Yes. But
Vince, if you at any time you're listening to this, again, I am sorry for distracting you from your stream twice.
I just have to say, because of what you said, I'm just picturing now, like, turns around, sees the Prime Minister dressed as, like, an Indian mystic. Kalima in it!
Kalima in it, bruv.
Literally.
Kalima, governor.
Mate.
No, we couldn't!
I hear Kobe sharpening the knife right now.
Is he still here? Did he finally decide he couldn't take any more of our blatant stupidity?
We'll find out soon.
Hey, Kobe, we killed your brain cells yet? Where were we?
All I wanted.
All I wanted to do was be a high school math teacher. When did you establish this?
Ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a minute because I'm entering writer mode again. Other than the fact that, she keeps saying, oh, she wants this normal life, but then relishes in the attention she gets from everyone and everything, she has never once gone into what a normal life entails for her, other than the fact that she just had to get married at age 18, which isn't normal anymore. What were these? When did she ever establish she wanted to be a high school math teacher? What did she dream of? Does she want kids with Steve?
I think she dreamt of Jeannie.
Shut up. Where did she want to one day move to? If she wanted to stay in Massachusetts, did she want to travel maybe at some point? What do we know about her other than all this superficial bullshit?
Nothing. Literally nothing. Like, we know from looking at the drawings, but we don't even know what color hair she has, or eyes. Hell, at this point, we don't even know if she's white, or black, or any other race. We literally know nothing about her.
My new canon, she's a giant purple people eater.
I like that.
That's an old song reference for you.
Yep. Alright, Raptor.
Okay. Teach millions something more important. When the world falls apart around us, we look within ourselves and find ourselves. Show us what's within you and without you.
I don't think I can without reaching down my mouth and into my stomach. Because it's lodged in me.
I had no response to that. How did I know what was within me? Well, you've talked
because
about the entire book.
Because a fox vomited out into you.
Yeah. Nothing could have prepared me for this kind of challenge.
Literally nothing, because it's scientifically impossible.
Yes.
The world waits to hear you. Would you agree to speak with me on the Ellen Show? The topic is Howl.
Okay, if she actually did end up on Ellen, that'd be kind of amazing.
Yes.
Wait, she's
Okay.
in London, so they're probably being like what was the British equivalent to Eleanor's McCorbin.
Hold on. I need to quote Kay out of context for the first time ever. Shay, 2021, not 3021.
Gemma, the Time Lord, is at it again.
Yes. yeah. Her Discord call, which apparently took place in 1970.
She even sent us a screen cap of it
Yeah.
and actually said that.
Yeah, nothing matters except the tits. Kaylin Shay, 2021. You're among the elite now, Kay. Be honored. Kaylin speaks through. Darius, go to horny jail.
And go to pun jail. I saw what your play on my name earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a good one. Hang on, where was I? Oh yeah, Mr. Kun. Show us what's within you, or show me your moves.
Tits are my whole life. What do you want from me?
To go to horny jail.
No, that was Kay that said that.
But he needs to go still.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, here we have a pretty decent question and a good point. The government hasn't figured out how after 8 years. You want me to do it in one day?
Not one day. We must begin.
What is your cryptic bullshit? I need to see everything that happened in the last 2 weeks.
No, Kay, you don't get a trophy. You just get, your words of saying that only tits matter immortalized.
Agreed. I'll speak to the BBC. I'll put together a montage for you.
Oh, God.
Only if you set it to really cheesy 90s music. I need to see it in the exact sequence it happened to guess what Hal was thinking. Again, what makes you think it's sentient?
Agreed. We'll see his thinking.
What?
Did you hear the pixels, too?
We'll see his thing. Is this a new superpower that Bhutan forgot to mention? He just projects what he's thinking out of Teresa's belly button.
Belly button camera.
This is what I was afraid of. I knew if my secret came out, people would never let me alone. I never wanted to be famous. Oh, please. I don't want television cameras in my face. Again, bullshit. I just want to live privately. Is there anything wrong with that?
Lies. Deception.
I just love that the whole time you're reading that. I just hear Raptor. Lies. Lies!
There isn't. We'll show it to you as much as possible.
Because that's what she needs more of. Sheltering.
Sure, it won't take me long to pack. Pack what?
He laughed. Right, because you're a master of comedy. I had nothing but the clothes on my back.
Oh, she was being facetious. I forgot. It's hard to know when she's trying to be funny because, she's just so interesting. Manny, stop.
Fuck off.
What?
Mr. Kun. Great. I'll talk to the Daily Star and they can say Diana's still dead.
Yes, see, this is why I want that role for Matt when we make this movie. Just him, walking up in front of the camera. So close that you just see, his chest, not even his face. It's like, oh, if only Princess Di was still alive. Oh,
no, we're gonna make him a reporter. We're gonna make him a reporter. Every time like she has a television camera in her face, he's gonna hold up a microphone and be like, "Excuse me, Miss Theresa, can you bring back Princess Diana? What are your plans now that you brought back the wind? Is it to bring back Princess Diana?"
Kun,
I'm motioning like as if I was holding a microphone out to someone, and
Brilliant.
it's so pointless because no one can see me.
is Manny okay? Kun, I like you. You're cool, but have you been paying attention to what we've been reading? No, I am not okay. I am losing my goddamn monkey mind.
The only one who seems even just a modicum of okay is Raptor.
Yeah, he seems to be delighted by all of this.
And I don't even think that's and that's just nothing to say against Raptor. I think he's just that chill.
Yeah.
How are you holding up there, Raptor?
Tough one.
Okay, says, I'm getting a headache. This many words strung together incorrectly is causing physical reactions. Believe me, that's why we're drinking.
Yeah, I'm a writer by profession. This hurts.
Yeah.
This man, and I know, like, you know, you don't have to actually be talented to somehow self-publish a book. Just look at Onision. But,
Don't.
you know, as someone who has always dreamed of being a published writer and wants to make a... Like, I know I've shared, you know, the idea I have for a short novella on Discord, but one ultimate dream I've had for since I was a kid was to write a series of books that introduce children to different physical and mental illnesses, like from spina bifida to autism and stuff like that. And then there are people like this who are published and well known.
Don't
And it just makes me sad.
You'll do it. You'll get there. I know you will. Don't be sad. You'll get that.
I'm always sad when we read Empress Theresa.
Oh, well, be happy because you're talking to me and Raptor.
I'm always happy when I have my anti-pun son for support. And my simp.
Thank you. I was about to say, what am I, chopped liver? The verb is helping me ignore the stupid. Don't look at Odysseia. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The greasy visage will drive you mad.
That would actually be amazing. Thank you, Mr. Kun.
Alright, London Skyscraper District had a new 60-story hotel. 60-story? I'm sorry?
Should be 69 story. The 69
the
funny
sex number.
Yes. The funny sex number.
All we're missing is 420 Blaze It!
Yeah! With 2,000 rooms and every amenity.
That, I don't think that's completely uncommon. I mean, just look at everything on the Vegas Strip.
We arrived unexpected. Bullshit! You're apparently Miss Save the World, and you're with the Prime Minister!
And you left a hospital where there were cameras everywhere with millions of people. And, yeah, and just read the next sentence. It's completely contradictory.
A crowd gathered immediately as we walked to the desk. I'm just
hardly need
like cars stopping, helicopters landing, everyone just gets out to follow them.
hardly needs a diplomatic room on the government floor.
The PM announced. The desk clerk. I'm sorry, if we're talking the UK, it's actually Clark. Signaled a young female hotel worker to follow. We went up to the 58th floor. My alleged room, was a suite with 2 bedrooms, a separate sitting room, and a kitchenette. It was far better than any hotel I stayed in before. The desk clerk...
She's just kind of making it sound like an average hotel room.
Yeah. The desk clerk, who also went up with us, said, Nancy will attend you this evening.
She's not Jan.
I'll try and think of a
They're
different
just
voice for
focused
her.
in disguise.
Okay, I got a voice for her. Nancy was the hotel worker. At your service, Mum.
Oh god, that's gonna get annoying real quick.
She said to be very excited about her assignment. The
Oh, I
men
can't wait to guard this girl who has done nothing, but for some reason everyone is orgasming over.
Okay, knowing what we do about Bhutan, this next line scares me. The men left us two girls alone.
And there was a cup in the middle of the room. I knew where this was going.
Blair said it would take some time for the BBC to put together the montage. There was a lot of film to edit. I turned on the television, and of course most channels were talking about me. Go fuck yourself.
I.
Oh my god.
I stumbled upon a channel that was showing the wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton.
Okay, so now we're getting a time frame. Oh,
Kun
wait.
just says, Kenzie, no!
No, what?
I assume he meant about the cup.
Oh. That happened a long time ago. Okay, so no. Not a good time frame then. Why are they showing it now?
People need cheering up. It's been a horrible week. Royal weddings are rare and glorious. They have been
So
showing
just
it all
anytime
week.
something terrible happens in the UK, they just show the wedding between William and Kate.
Darius, can you please verify that?
Is that all that's been playing during this pandemic?
No wonder people are going crazy.
No wonder Cove has turned to reading Onision's books.
Well, yeah, America had no royal weddings, just the trash weddings of tabloid celebrities, if anybody cared. Is there really a difference?
They don't air those usually.
Yeah. I watched the highlights of the wedding. The commentators gave much related information. I especially noticed how nervous Kate was.
I don't remember her looking all that nervous. She seemed pretty happy.
Yeah. Also,
It was her wedding.
This is a pet peeve of mine. I hate when people refer to celebrities and royalty and such by their first names, as if like they're good personal friends with that person.
Nah.
Yeah. After seeing everything, I turned to a priority. Okay,
Oh, you're gonna finally start asking some questions about what the fuck is going on? Nope. I need some clothes. These are 2 weeks old. I must smell like hell.
Okay, like I know the context there, but it's like I've had these clothes for 2 weeks. I clearly need a new outfit. Like why would I
wore them once. I need new ones.
Yeah. Like you fucking spoiled little rich bitch.
Theresa. iOS.
While the world's people waited to hear whether their death sentence was commuted, Nancy and I went shopping.
Wait, what?
Me and the girls going shopping during the apocalypse.
Oh.
Mm.
It was her wedding and she was marrying a prince. She was all kinds of good, bro. But, the author's right. It's been on the TV for fucking months. I swear if I hear the news reporters say, if only Diana was here one more time. Okay, but this is like an episode of The Office. Like, she makes a big deal about getting kicked out of a shop. It's like, then they find out it's because she went in wearing blood-stained clothing. She sounds like my sister. Oh my god, you're right.
Yikes.
A swarm of security people hastily summoned by Blair. Got the curious way. Okay, see, summoned, and they revived her after, what was it, 14 hours? I'm starting to think the Prime Minister really is some kind of necromancer. I selected 4 skirt and jacket outfits, lots of casual clothes, accessories, underwear, and every kind of personal item.
Okay, this is what we mean when we say it starts to become obvious that this was written by a elderly man.
I broke a world speed record in doing all this in 110 minutes.
Now it's very apparent that it was written by an old man. It's that boomer humor. Women in there shopping, am I right, lads?
Yep.
That women just spend millions of the government's money. Women bad.
Christian
I hate my
humor.
wife.
The PM was alerted when I returned to my suite.
How do you do, fellow kids? I'm gonna say that every time she says PM.
Good. My sister once demanded from my lower middle class parents a whole new wardrobe because people saw her in those clothes last year. I remember that. That was
Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. You have to live with that.
Oh, not anymore. She's been living on her own for a while. Well, with a friend of hers, but yeah. Sorry, Kay. I'm telling everyone your life story here.
Please continue. This is far more interesting. Tell me everything there is to know about your friend here, Kaylin, because I would rather that than any more of this. I'm just kidding.
Wait, I'm trying to think of something really embarrassing.
No, don't blast your friend.
I'll let you know what I do.
On stream, you can tell me in Discord.
Okay, that's fair.
I found a funny comment from Mr. Coon.
Tangent, but you can appreciate this dinosaur guy. Imagine necromancy, but raising dinos instead of humans. I think that's called awesomancy.
I can finally raise my dinosaur army.
Yes.
But is it just the bones, or do you think would you be able to bring them back to flesh and blood?
I think we could take. I think that can be impossible.
Which is cooler, magic, to be honest. Because frankly, we don't really truly know what dinosaurs looked like in the flesh. They could have looked so lame.
Yeah, but I'm sticking with Jurassic Park because it's cool.
Dinosaur skeleton army would be kind of badass.
Yes. As a child, Kaylin's sister had a fox puke a ball into her chest, and sister sounds like a whiny little child. She is. She isn't. She's almost 30. Okay, no, we gotta get through this now.
Yeah, how much longer do we have left to go? Raptor, you have the physical copy, right?
See, one.
Oh, we have a lot to go.
Oh my.
Alright, let's get its move on.
Yeah. He waited patiently for half an hour. I came out in a flattering Irish green dress.
Women getting ready, am I right, lads?
Oh, Kenzie, you gotta read this next line with flourish.
How much flourish can I give to when I've dedicated myself to reading her as chills?
I don't know.
Alright, I'll try my best. Ready?
Yeah.
A tribute to my ancestors.
There you go. I said with a smile. My hair was still damp and a mess. Wait, why is it damp?
I'm guessing she took a shower.
Oh, yes, I skipped that line. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she did.
But already expanding out to that mane that had startled many.
Yeah, that was never established. Apparently her hair is very frightening.
The PM said.
I present to you the final section of the montage being Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, I misread that. I presented the final section of the montage being prepared for you. It will begin playing in a few minutes. After it's done, could we appear on the air 20 minutes later?
Sure. Raptor.
Excellent! I'll arrange it! Very lovely!
He repeated and left. He looked encouraged by my
Excellent! I'll
cooperation.
arrange it! Very lovely!
Yes, he said that twice within like a matter of one paragraph.
A tribute to my ancestors. Were they Cherokean by chance? I am the queen of the Cherokee clan!
Mm. She was queen of the Wasabi clan.
The phone rang.
The phone rang, or doorbell. With a million people wanting to talk to me, there could only be one person who got through.
That has to be my husband.
I said to Nancy.
Tell him we can't talk on the phone. People are listening. Tell him no matter what I say tonight, I can change my mind tomorrow.
What?
Mm.
The first person to speak on the BBC montage was an anchorman who had recorded his comments in a documentary on an earlier date. Okay.
United States Naval Admiral Ruck was ordered to the White House to meet the president. President Martin told him sometime the person was clear and present danger to the United States, but could not be neutralized by ordinary rule of law. But did the people...
Yeah, no one would have bought that.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna chill for a bit because you got a lot of reading to do here, Raptor.
We're gonna keep drinking. Good luck, buddy.
What did the Admiral think was done with such people? The Admiral said he had no idea. The President said such a person was eliminated. One person could not be. Wait, where's the end quote?
There is none.
When you have a very... Oh, sorry.
No, I think you were about to explain it.
Yeah, when you have a very long sort of monologue or something like that, with just one person speaking, and you do have to break it up, but so you don't provide the end quote until he is completely done.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, but it's still confusing.
It can be, but you get used to it when you start seeing it a lot. I see it a lot in the stuff I read.
Okay.
Oh, listen to Miss Fancy. I know how to read over here.
Well, I do have a degree in writing, so...
I'm sorry, I'm just joking.
You kind of have to know the rules.
Okay. Where was I?
The
one
person could not be allowed.
One person could not be allowed to endanger 300 million Americans. The Admiral was told such a person was a problem now. A plane was being prepared with an atom bomb. Would the Admiral cooperate the launching the plane from his ship? United States carrier Ronald Reagan? Okay. The Admiral asked why the person was being executed, and in this extreme manner, was told by the president. No, sorry. He was told the president would explain it on television immediately after the bomb was detonated. The countries would detect it. The president had to explain it. Would the Admiral cooperate? He said he would, but he didn't like it. The president responded, nobody was enjoying it. Oh my god, this is melting my brain. It's like so poorly written.
Do you want one of us to take over for a bit?
Yes.
Okay. president responded nobody was enjoying the operation, but if the admiral was ordered to launch a nuclear missile to kill 1 million people, he would do it. The admiral agreed to bring the Ronald Reagan around South America to the Atlantic for the operation. An F-22 Raptor...
What?
An F-22 Raptor Ræx
Famous!
I am not in this book.
was
This
prepared
book
with
stole my name.
a bomb
Suing.
and remote control. Okay, I'm just picturing the whole nuke thing from the last chapter, like her just like sitting on a saddle strapped to Raptor's back.
You're gonna
He's
die,
just
bitch.
climbing through air, going up into the sky.
Just like flapping his arms and just flying.
He's gonna die, bitch.
There was a matter of waiting for an opportunity to abduct Mrs. Hartley. The next person to speak in the BBC montage was another announcer.
Okay, this looks more manageable. Guess I'll read it then. Theresa Hartley was seized from her car on Saturday, June 12th, and put into a helicopter.
Oh god,
The
are they gonna
witnesses-
recap all of it?
They are.
No.
I'm sorry, Raptor.
So-
Are you doing like a British woman voice?
Yeah.
Golden.
Witnesses who had seen Theresa Hartley's car forced to stop, and the government man forcing her into the van at gunpoint called 911 to report a kidnapping. The police arrived in 5 minutes and were astonished by the witnesses' story. Usually a kidnapping was committed by 1 or 2 men. This time 6 kidnappers were seen, and there had to be at least 1 more in the van. The
One
police
sec,
wasted
Raptor.
no time.
Because this was a government-performed operation, you think the local police and the FBI would have been informed?
You'd think.
But again,
Good.
Bhutan does not know how the legal system works, or the government works, or how medical operations work, or how children work, how women
women
work.
works. How life works.
He has to know how
Oh,
foxes work.
Basically, how everything outside of being an old man works, he doesn't know about it.
If it's outside of applesauce and medicine, he doesn't get it.
Police wasted no time in calling the FBI. Kidnapping was a federal offense in the United States.
Wait. It
Investigation-
was? As in no longer is?
Investigations of kidnappings must include all the states.
No, that's not how that works.
2 FBI agents, each with an assistant, came over from Boston. They listened to the strange story and in turn questioned the witnesses. This could not be the acts of criminals. Quick check showed Theresa's family had no ransom money to speak of. The kidnappers sounded like federal agents. Who were they? Who were those people in the numerous cars rushing past the scene minutes later? Why was Theresa Hartley so important? Mystery upon mystery, one agent said.
Let's add news broadcasting into the things he doesn't understand how it works, because they would just be reporting what happened, not asking all these questions themselves. That's the police's job.
One agent said, if this was federal and we cover it, it would make Watergate look like a tea party.
Do you want me to take over for a little bit, Raptor, or do you want to keep going?
I'll keep going. I'm gonna
Okay.
go right here. Let's switch to a new voice right now.
Okay.
Steve Hartley was called into the police station to meet the FBI men and was questioned about his wife's friends and routines. He could give no reason why Theresa would be kidnapped.
Also,
I'm sure he's going to be thrilled when he realizes all of this and what all the secrets his wife was keeping from him. But no, that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's just gonna completely roll with it.
I
You're
gotta
saying
say,
that my wife
I keep
had a
forgetting that
soft
Steve
phone?
exists.
It's just Guy.
Yeah.
After a few questions about her activities, which revealed nothing, Mr. Hartley was asked if she had disk space on the Boston College computer system. Yes, she did, he told them. Upon the FBI and Steve Hartley went to Boston College, a computer center technician there had the password to Mrs. Hartley's files. They found one code, Mission Impossible. It was 260 pages of mathematical jargon, completely incomprehensible to anyone but a mathematician. 4 math professors were called in to examine the file. They could not understand.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't know what your copy says, but mine says 4 math professors were called in to exam the file.
What is mine?
Oh.
All right, file. You're gonna have 30 minutes to complete a set of 15 questions.
Don't worry, they're multiple choice, so if you just check off C for all of them, you might pass.
He could not understand what it was for. Miss Hartley used many abbreviations and terms without definition. If she were intending to hide her work's purpose, she did it very well.
Okay, the FBI has people trained in this exact field to crack these exact kind of cases.
But now she's a master cryptographer, because why not?
And they can't always crack what's being kept. Like, I don't remember the name of this guy, but they found a dead body in the desert with a piece of paper with all this just random numbers and stuff or letters on it.
Yeah.
And to this day, no one. But because I think he had learning disabilities, there's even the possibility that it didn't mean anything.
Yeah, and I think that's the most likely case with Theresa.
But considering that, not only was this all just mathematical jargon, as they claimed, but that this all probably had to do with all this government crap, they could very easily decipher it.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, Raptor.
Computer tech suggested the file be shared with everybody on the Boston College campus. Somebody might know what this was for. Brought no response. Theresa Hartley had been working alone.
The BBC montage did not have information about my Odyssey. Fuck you, capitalizing Odyssey. On the helicopter and twin-engine prop plane. On the helicopter and the flying velociraptor.
Yeah, why is Odyssey capitalized in this case? Yes, it's the name of a very well-known book, but that's not the case. Odyssey is itself its own word.
Yeah.
That can be used
it's the most
for
overrated
journey.
manga ever.
What was that?
I'm gonna say, Odyssey is the most overrated manga ever. I'm just gonna say right here.
You kids these days with your animes and mango.
Okay, but honestly,
It's overly long and boring.
And this is someone who doesn't really read manga or watch anime. A manga version of the Odyssey would be kind of fire.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
The Japanese, make it happen.
Except, like Hercules would be like a 16-year-old schoolgirl or something.
No. Give it to someone who wouldn't fetishize the fuck out of it. So that really narrows the market down.
Yes.
But I'm sure we can find someone.
But I knew all about that. Maybe they left it out for that reason. Next part was a video of President Martin on television. I miss President Sheffield. And Vice President Nanny Fine. My fellow Americans, a short time ago the United States exploded a small atomic bomb in the atmosphere over the South Atlantic. It was scheduled. It was a one-time event and will not be repeated. In an attempt to calm world fears, I will immediately and fully disclose the reasons for this operation.
I can't tell if you're going for Clinton or Bush.
I'm kind of going for a mashup.
Gotcha.
Oh
Benson,
my god!
Oh, they're
15
actually
years
doing it.
ago! 15 years ago, an alien entity entered Earth. It disappeared and could not be found for 7 years. 8 years ago, it associated itself with an American named Theresa Sullivan. We observed her, because that's
Stalked
creepy.
her, if you will.
Yes. The alien interacted with her, influencing her physical activity.
It really didn't, except for baseball.
She could not or would not explain what that alien was.
Even you couldn't! What makes you think the 10-year-old could?
We were patient, but this situation could not be tolerated indefinitely. We could not wait while this alien was as likely to be involved in hostile activities as friendly. It made no announcement to us in 15 years. Which we considered an unfriendly relationship. Therefore,
I mean, again, you guys were just kind of operating under the assumption that it's sentient to begin with.
Therefore, we destroyed it with an atomic bomb.
You know how that song and dance goes.
Sadly, this young woman had to be sacrificed. The alien remained with her at all times. We could not destroy the alien without destroying her too. We put her on a velociraptor with the bomb. And I'm sorry, but I hope the fox sued the government for not, bringing him up, giving him his due.
He'll come up, he'll start appearing on all the news outlets. He's exposing the government.
Yeah, Mr. Fox, what do you have to say about this?
And then before you know it, he mysteriously goes missing, and then all of a sudden President Martin has a new fur pelt.
I bet the Fox will appear on InfoWars.
But no one puts it together, and the only thing that raises any kind of concern is that PETA's like, how dare you with a fur?
He's got a foxtail cap on.
Is that a thing? I think you're thinking raccoons.
I've seen both, actually.
Okay.
Typical Tuesday for the U.S. government. My fellow Americans. Yeah, I had to pause there because that's just the sentence. We took this action after careful deliberation. When we are at war, we send thousands of soldiers to their deaths. I mean, this was the loss of one person to eliminate a potential threat greater than any war.
I mean, when you put it that way, it really doesn't seem like a big deal, other than the fact that you used a nuke.
Yeah.
Other than that, no one would have cared.
She was told what would be done. She went to her death bravely with no resistance. Her courage was magnificent.
As a coward.
She did ask for a hell
Okay,
of a lot of Coca-Cola. She gave credit to the human spirit.
Time for more drinks!
Oh, she didn't.
There is no medal designed for courageous conduct in this kind of situation. Yes, there is. It's called the Medal of Honor and Valor. But let me console her family by saying her dignified and brave sacrifice did more good for the world than any Medal of Honor winner. Fuck you! We offer thanks from a grateful nation.
I could just picture Bhutan writing this and thinking that like, how many people this kind of story would touch, not realizing just how insulting this would be to militaries
like my
or any person influential enough who has done some really great good in this world, helping people and just actually just changing the world.
Yep.
He was too busy huffing his own fumes.
But apparently, people with problems can't change the world. Only people with superpowers, with a very charmed existence.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Sue can change the world of continent and Bhutan.
Alright, I imagine Steve and my parents were crushed by this news. How horrible it must have been to learn I'd been vaporized out of existence, nothing left behind, no body to bury, no trace to mourn over, no known place at which to drop a flower wreath on the water. It was as...
Cool, it saved us money!
Terrible. Debatable. Then came another shock for the world. There were 6,000 sailors on the Ronald Reagan. Okay, I'm laughing again now because I'm just picturing 6,000 people standing on top of Ronald Reagan floating out in the middle of the ocean.
Guys, this is really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Former President Reagan, what do you think of this? Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Okay, then. They could not be kept silent, and no effort was made to make them shut up.
Oh, really?
They had
So the government goes through all that. There goes Eli. But, yeah, so the government goes through all of that, and then all the 6,000 sailors who made this happen, they're fine. They won't talk.
They had cell phones connected to a satellite. Yes, because that's how cell phones work. Towers.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Oh.
I know how cell phones work.
That Sunday night information was leaking out.
How about that texting stuff?
Just like how Bhutan's brain was leaking out of his nostrils and ears.
Damn, Ronald Reagan is awfully buoyant.
Yeah, for someone who's just skin and bones at this point. Wow, Reagan is a slut.
Without the skin.
The BBC had the phone call of a sailor who said I bailed out of the plane. Who said I bailed off of the Raptor. Even worse than this news, they had hidden a microphone in my collar, in the collar of my jumpsuit? Why? They were killing you!
What would they have to listen to other than you pouring out 20 Coca-Cola bottles?
No. I'm still convinced that she drank them all. The diabetes rush.
Alright, we've made that joke already.
That's why they gave you the jumpsuit. They were listening to me all the time.
What did you think they would have to listen to? The only time you spoke was when you were asking them questions, and then they just told you what was happening.
She got out of the plane somehow. They heard her breathing after the bomb went off. She fell for 3.5 minutes. When she was in the cold water, she screamed her head off. But she never said a word. She was tough. Everybody was crying.
No, because I think they were all thinking, oh shit, we are so fired. Our target lived after we tried to nuke her.
Yeah, we missed with a nuke.
Because we decided to let her keep soda.
Yeah.
We are so bad at our jobs. We're lucky if we are gonna be allowed to live.
Everyone, I'm sorry that we're not reading the chat as much. We gotta get through this.
We really do.
Okay, what must Steve have felt? Oh right, Steve, when he heard this, my parents must have gone nuts.
That sucks.
I cried to think about it.
Again, how did this even make news? Why would the sailors reveal all this? First of all, they would all so be dead if they tried. And why would the government allow it? This would be such a massive cover-up job.
Yeah. Okay, wait, I have to read this comment. My mom does classified work with the military. I want to ask her how many breaches of protocol are in this book.
Please do.
I don't think people can count that high. The Bibic hurried along. The next presentation was a Senate hearing about the A-bomb explosion. The Senate Armed Services Committee convened on Tuesday morning.
Are they really going to go through every segment of this montage?
I'm not going to lie, I think that's what the rest of this chapter is.
How much do we have left?
11 pages.
Ugh!
The Bibic had videos of this hearing for me to watch.
Wait, did you say Bibic?
Bibic. BBC.
BBC.
The Bibic.
Is that like a nickname I just never heard of?
I'm just trying to be funny because I have such a headache from reading this right now.
Alright, come on, we gotta keep going.
The first witness was the director of the little-known Defense Intelligence Agency. He talked about how his watchers had been keeping an eye on me since I was 10 years old. She claimed the alien jumped out at her from a fox. We still don't know if this was true or a little girl's imagination. We do know something remarkable happened to her. After describing how I came to their attention, he testified there had been up to 400 people at the time assigned to watching me. He explained it was very difficult to follow somebody for years without being detected.
Except you were detected. She noticed you.
On the first
very
day!
Early on. Yeah.
You fail.
Where is Jan Struthers, anyway? I miss doing that voice.
Oh, wait, here, read the next line.
People had to be changed frequently or be noticed.
Now, I think I had this thought, but I didn't share it yet. What these first few chapters should be, because it's both rushed and padded at the same time, somehow paradoxically, but what I think these chapters should have been dedicated to, instead of, the fox shot its ball at me, and then I was followed, and now I'm in college, is that why not? Well, first of all, I shared early on how how slow the process of realizing she was followed should have been, and not just calling asking for a pizzeria. But
I forgot about the pizza thing.
One thing I thought would have been interesting is how about she establishes relationships with these watchers? What if, she got to learn their names and,
Like,
oh,
one was
this is
named Rupert Giles, the other Wesley Wyndham Price.
this is Agent Smith. He's a father of 2 kids, nice guy, likes to, he'll hang out my window and help me with my math homework.
He looks mysteriously like, oh, fuck, name just left me. I'm sorry.
She just establishes relationships. She gets to know them. And then that's what would make it harder for them in the later chapters if they were ordered to take her out.
Yeah, Agent Smith, the guy who looked mysteriously like Hugo Weaving, suddenly disappeared.
Continue.
Oh, then he got to the part that I found most interesting.
Nothing in this book is interesting.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Kuhn. The most difficult kind of tailing is following somebody around a college campus. No, it isn't. A stranger is easily recognized, but we
No, they're not!
But we knew her schedule and where she would be every hour.
It is literally impossible to know everyone on a college campus!
We'd have somebody walk by at a distance of 100 feet to confirm her movements, except that she might not arrive somewhere at exactly the same time every day, and we had to keep our people moving. We'd send 20 or more people by a spot in 30-second intervals.
Oh yeah, something stupid I'm just noticing. Let's reveal how we carry out these kind of operations.
You just see all these North Koreans writing down notes rapidly. 1 or 2 of them would spot her.
All these people walked around the college and were never noticed?
Actually, they were, but never by the students. I'm sorry, what? The first week Theresa was in BC.
A stranger is easily recognized, but they were never recognized by the students.
Yeah, that's the opposite definition of a stranger.
Just by Theresa, because... Because.
The campus police saw 2 of them and took them to the station. Theresa Hartley was called in. She told
oh my god, Skip, we've been through this.
Yeah. Call her supervisor, blah, blah, blah. Police accepted them. Seems unusual they're accepting your people's invasion. Not at all. We pointed out to the police that our agents would be on the lookout for suspicious characters. They were helping the campus police. No, they weren't. The 2 forces were very friendly about it.
Oh yeah, all the on-campus rapes, they completely prevented.
My god. Raptor.
And none of these hundreds of watchers tell the police why they were watching Theresa Hartley?
They didn't know. They were told not to speculate.
That's incredible.
No, it's
At least one of
contrived.
them. At least one of them should have talked to the press.
Actually, no, I agree. It's incredible. Incredibly retarded.
Then
That's the interesting part, Senator. I highly doubt that. If we had only 20 watchers, some of them would think that the taxpayers' money was being wasted on something not that important.
Imagine that.
No, hundreds, though? Meaning more money is being used? But since we had up to 400 watchers, they believe this operation was a life or death matter for the United States. None of them broke rank.
how much
Or
did
maybe
the
they
surveillance
just figured,
cost?
it's paying my bills, so I'm not gonna ask questions. I don't think
How
the
much?
government usually employs the most morally conscious kinds of people for these kinds of situations.
How
Sorry,
much did
Raptor.
how much did the surveillance cost over the 8 years?
Approximately $500 million. No, there would be rioting in the streets over that. There wasn't much more for the DIA director to say except that he hadn't known about President Martin's operation. So Jan Struthers was not a part of it. The director was soon dismissed. The next witness was the CIA director. It was
Oh my god, end it!
And then taking me the carrier. Okay, yeah, they took her to the carrier. Raptor, but you had.
Which one am I on?
But you had no qualms.
Okay. But you had no qualms, sir?
Asked the chairman. Of course I did, but I tended to agree with the president. The situation could not be ignored.
Are we in danger?
Who can know, Senator? Can you tell me whether or not we are in danger now?
You have learned that she escaped the plane. How could that happen?
Well, first of all, it wasn't a plane. It was a Velociraptor, like the ones in Jurassic Park. And we don't know.
Apologies. Could she have opened the canopy?
No, it was locked down. The release was disabled. 2 sailors at the scene will testify on that.
Fun fact, we do know, we just can't tell you it was because of soda bottles because it makes us look like fucking idiots.
She break it open?
Impossible. It's a 3/4 inch sheet of high tensile strength plastic. Unbreakable. Bullets bounce off it. I know. I shot it several times. One bullet came back and hit me in the arm.
Could you push it out?
Keep going.
Not possible. It was surrounded by many steel pins. Oh my god. The slide. An elephant couldn't push it out. An elephant.
How did she leave? How did she live through the fall?
Because Coke bottles are the new fucking suit of armor.
Because bullshit writing. There are cases of people falling into water from great heights and surviving. It's rare. The mistake people make is thinking they should enter the water head first or feet first. Wrong. That will kill you. You need to go and spread out horizontally to let the entire body absorb the shock. That's just
You'll
likely
die.
to kill you. Yeah. It happened recently. Yeah, we know. It happened to Theresa. An American woman fell 1,500 feet into a lake when her parachute backpack failed to open. She suffered no injuries.
Out.
Oh wait, could you push it out? Push it in? Cradle the balls?
How far did she fall? How far did Theresa Hartley fall?
The Raptor canopy opened at 57,900 feet. That's 11 miles. It took 3.5 minutes to reach the water.
Why did she scream in the water? Who cares?
It was partly panic. I'll jump and scream. But she never made a sound on the way down. We can't explain that. Well, I mean... Go ahead, Raptor. I'm not gonna...
What about the cold water?
Okay, we don't care. Can we skip? Why are they asking about the water?
Cause
Wait, do you have a recording of the woman? There was one. Admiral Ruck threw it in the ocean.
name just registered to me.
Yeah.
Admiral Wuck. What kind of name is Wuck?
A dumb one.
Admiral Fuck.
Got him.
Got you.
Admiral.
Dab on the haters.
Alright,
Admiral Pee Pee Poo Poo.
The BBC said the committee milked this witness for 1.5 hours. Just say an hour and a half, you asshole. They asked the most detailed questions about things that were not important. Can relate!
Yes.
The Bibic said, this was probably of no interest to me and it was all skipped. The hearing broke for a late lunch and a committee aide told Steve he could... Oh, right, Steve. He would be called to testify at 2 o'clock. Steve's testimony had been anxiously awaited. Who better to tell the world what I had been doing with the alien than my husband that I knew for all of 6 months? He was sworn in. The committee began on an apologetic note. Who wants to take this voice? Ken's?
Dedicated myself to Theresa and Theresa only.
Okay.
If you want me to cover non-dialogue bits, I will do it. Alright, I'll take it, because you guys been reading a lot.
Thank you.
I'm not doing a funny voice. I can't muster anything right now.
That's fair.
We know you were called in quickly during a difficult time. We hope you understand how urgently we need you to know about the recent events. Also, we're probably going to have to compensate you immensely.
Steve waved his hand without saying anything.
Hey! Now then, sir, can you tell us what your wife said about the alien?
She said nothing about it.
Cool, you're dismissed.
A groan of surprise and disappointment arose from the crowd.
Nothing. She never told you anything.
Nothing. Not a word.
Did she give hints that you didn't understand at the time?
No.
Did she talk about the possibility of aliens?
No.
Are you saying you knew and suspected nothing like a fucking idiot?
Oh. What I'm saying.
The committee chairman didn't know what else to say. He looked from left to right, offering other committee members a chance to jump in. None would touch this one.
Well, sir, we are very surprised. Is there anything you want to say?
Yes. Theresa hasn't been dead 48 hours, and I have 8 messages from Hollywood offering to make a movie about her.
Bullshit. Be a short fucking movie. Or a very boring one.
An offer also came from a bean man. He was called something like a Legume Father Nelson guy. He wanted to make a movie, and I totally agreed because he was epic and Chad.
He gave us the recommendation of the... He gave us the resume of the director, Jacob Sherwood. Yeah. All it said was, fucking help me, they're holding me at gunpoint to direct this movie.
Yeah, and one of them just said to me, haha, Second Amendment, bitch.
There won't be any movie. People like to see somebody get in trouble. I have bad news for you. Theresa never got in trouble. She was perfect in every way. Live, clapping emoji. With, clapping emoji. It, clapping emoji.
Okay, that actually physically hurt to hear that.
I don't want to read this response.
That's a remarkable assessment.
Eyes.
Oh, goes back. He says, "Hello, cringe department."
Hey!
Theresa was a remarkable person. She became an adult before she became a woman.
That kind
girls-
of sounds like
Huh?
that carries unfortunate implications.
Call the fucking cops on this guy.
The girls worried about diets and hairstyles.
Women,
She
girls,
worried-
am I right, lads? Said
Yes.
Bhutan.
Women, am I right, gamers? She worried about being the mediator between the alien and the world.
How do you know?
Well,
You said she didn't mention the alien.
She posted it on her private Tumblr. That's what her major and mission accomplished files were. Oh, hang on. About. Theresa was different from the rest of us. We won't see her kind again. Press F to pay respects, guys.
I'm so
Not
drained.
cool.
I'm always so drained by the end of these.
I know. I am absolutely not taking part in any movie of this. You already agreed, Cobe. We have you legally.
Stuck.
Memes about you hating women count. We know it's code for how much of her Teresa's and Mary Sue. We know what you meant.
Yes. The chairman obviously thought it was time to get rid of this witness. Thank you for coming in, Claire. Steve automatically got up and walked to the door with swords of reporters hounding him as he walked from the Senate office building to a government car.
Mr. Harley, we all said you already knew fuck all about your wife, so what can you tell us about your wife?
The next sentence of the montage is about early Wednesday morning, Ronald Reagan, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we know all of this.
Oh.
Yeah, you wait for the Raptor to be set up.
Okay, get to I was waiting.
I was waiting on the Ronald Reagan deck while the jet fighter was being brought into place. Yours truly was
Get ready for more wanking.
with my wild mane of hair blowing in the wind. Connor's voice was heard asking if I had anything to say.
What's Connor again?
Can we skip this? It gets to that stupid hero quote. I already ranted on that.
I'm sorry, just what Cobe said. Who is this woman who believes she may address me?
It's the one who's got you legally contracted, bitch.
If people grieve your
We are making this movie.
If people grieve your passing, rejoice in the good you did. And
Well, we already
like
got to this
hero.
quote. We can skip.
Wait, but you said get to the hero quote.
No, I meant skip the hero quote.
Oh. I hope Steve and my parents got some cover from that. The screen changed to 4 talking heads on an American news talk show who debated the meaning of my remarks. What did I mean by something happening? Did I know what it was? Was I making it happen? Was it serious? Who would be affected? Could it be stopped? The discussion was futile at this point. The video was bad news for President Martin.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do an Alex Jones impression.
Alright.
No, they're definitely gonna make a movie about her!
No,
and they're gonna turn the folks gay!
Talking heads agreed. Get ready for more wanking. Kenzie Cullen 2021. The next hearing witness was big surprised by priest Father Richard Donutti was extensively documented in the files being maintained by the DIA. He was called in as a witness. We walked into the Senate office building chamber carrying a heavy briefcase and was sworn in.
Oh, Father!
Began the chairman.
I approvingly advised this committee by phone that as Theresa Hartley's priest, you cannot discuss her character except in general terms known to her acquaintances. What was she like?
Why would you bring him in?
Everybody will tell you she was a good girl, a brilliant girl, the pride joy of her family, a hoity-hoy. If this
All right,
alien's
I'm chugging
arrival
this.
was an inevitable event of the natural world, God saw to it that
Ugh.
that it associated itself with an exceptional girl.
Going back in.
Well,
You got this.
Ugh.
Nice job. Alright,
for what purpose, father?
that remains a mystery. We deal with many mysteries in my line of works. We wait for answers with trust.
And we don't get
How long,
them.
how long have you known her, father?
8 years. She first came to the rectory when she was 10.
Rectory sounds dirty.
It does.
Well, he is a
Oh, look at.
priest.
Heh,
I'm
get
sorry.
it.
When did David Boreanaz get here?
Oh, I could show you managed to be assigned to her parish church for those 8 years. It is the norm for priests to be assigned every 2 or 3 years. Was this a coincidence?
No, because you see, when we get moved or reassigned, it's usually because we diddled kids. But she was a girl, so I didn't touch her.
It was arranged by the Cardinal Rook and the Cardinal Pawn and the Cardinal Knight. The Holy Father was interested in her case and wanted me to stay close to her. It was the
See,
Holy
he was
Father
a straight pedophile.
who had arranged a full scholarship at Boston College. Teresa couldn't turn that down. And if you question me, boy, then you can kiss me Blarney Stones.
Again, glad to know that this is what the Catholic Church spends their resources on.
Yes.
One girl.
You know it's fiction because it's a girl and not a boy.
You wanted her to go to BC because it is rigidly Catholic.
It isn't rigidly Catholic.
Which means it is.
Students are non-Catholics from all over the world. We even have
Oh yeah, they're a minority, so clearly it's not rigidly Catholic.
We even have some of the children from the Dark Continent, don't you know? If you want to operate a large, diverse university, you can't do it with a heavy hand. It was important for Teresa to get a truly worldly educational experience. She might have had
That's why we sent her to a mostly Catholic college.
she might have had some role in dealing with the alien in the name of humanity. She had
Again, dealing with an alien. That's why we totally sent her to a Catholic college.
She had to have wisdom and a pot of gold.
Or did the Holy Father become interested in her?
Contrivance.
Cardinal Rook and I told him about how Teresa was being followed by government watchers. We saw them ourselves. We were sure she wasn't possessed. The government watchers proved her story about Hal.
Owl?
That's
A
what she
talking cat?
That's what she called him. It's from a movie you probably remember. Lots of sinning.
Did you say? Are you? I can't. Oh, now it's starting to hit me. Sorry, but did Bhutan suddenly get hit with copyright? And now he can't say 2001: A Space Odyssey anymore. Oh, it's from that movie you probably remember. Not Shallow Hal with Jack Black. Yeah, with the fat chick.
What did she say about this? Ayla?
Fuck all.
We're just keeping it like that.
Yeah.
Continue, Raptor.
Did you have contact with her watchers, as they are called?
Only once. A woman going on and on about Lint followed her to the rectory. She didn't give it a name.
So I thought it was legit.
What did this woman tell you?
Fuck all. Except that
Except
they
that-
were watching the girl.
And so for some reason I didn't call the police.
For what reason?
Didn't say. Assume she knew. I don't listen to women.
And I still didn't call the police.
You had Teresa's word there was a hail.
Yes, boy, did she hear me the first time? Don't make me repeat myself.
How did you become convinced there was a hail?
I'm very easily fooled.
Father Donati opened his briefcase and took out 3 playground horseshoes, which had been bent into twisted shapes.
Proves nothing.
Certain statements have been made in this hearing about how Teresa got out of the Raptor. Did you think anybody could bend one of these, Senator?
Yes. Oh, very strong.
Father Denali stacked the three horseshoes together. Despite their twists, they fit precisely on top of each other. Fuck off. When the last was 10 years old, I watched her bend all three at once. She'd even bought a basic feats of
We
strength.
know.
Cardinal Rook himself.
Shut up.
Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Mary Sue bullshit.
Please, Father Donutty. KYS, Father Donutty.
She could have been an NFL quarterback and scored a touchdown on every play if she wasn't a woman.
You implying she had enough strength to push up a canopy?
With the devil's power, but her own initiative, yes. The room was silent. Father and I enjoyed watching the bug-eyed expressions of the committee's faces.
He got off on it.
You're like, a talking cat? Oh?
I'll bet no one was more surprised than Steve. All right, Steve. All that time I
A talking
seemed to have
cat?
the delicacy of all that time I had seemed to have the delicacy of a petite female. I could have broken his back with a single blow.
Giggity.
Nice one.
Moid.
No, it's not.
The priest had an afterthought. Oh, when the last was abducted, she must have known she could fight her way out. She could have killed everybody around her. She went to her death without a fight. She's a martyr. I think God's purpose in choosing her was to show that the devil there are good people and we are worth saving. The chairman had the political savvy to give this idea a respectful moment of silence. It was the finest thing that could be said about a person. He could have failed to
She
know
deserved it, lol.
how the sad expressions on people's faces.
One, she deserved it, lol. And two, how did she explain the super strength, Father?
She couldn't. She's a woman after all.
That's why she deserved it, lol.
Just
What could
keep
you
reading
do?
it right. I want to go eat.
Yes, sir. What else could she do?
She could throw things with perfect accuracy. She threw coins into a glass 20 feet away and never missed.
That proves nothing. Anything out?
Fuck all.
Did she communicate with this Kyle?
She always denied there was any communication, but clearly they were aware of each other.
Clearly, yes.
How clear?
Well, Father, this has been the stupidest story I have ever heard, and I have lost my mind.
It is something in her stomach. That doesn't mean it's aware of her presence. She's aware of it. But, like, okay, let's say I have a tumor in my brain. Does that mean it's aware of me?
Possibly.
What the
But
fuck
no,
up, Annie?
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I'm just getting kind of loopy right now.
That's the whiskey.
Yes, and not having eaten for 7 hours.
Alright, keep going.
The Vivek talked about the next development this weird week. A small freighter carrying grain from Argentina to Africa was 900 miles out to sea. The captain and his first mate were looking out at the water. The wind had been noted to die out during the night. Now there was a dead calm. The water was motionless. A bridge video cam had recorded the two men's brief exchange. In words that were much discussed, the first mate asked, Raptor, you be the first mate.
You ever see a clam like this? Not this year.
Not this time of year.
Yay.
The small steamer was crossing the area where I'd fallen from the fighter jet. Oh, she stopped the wind. Word got out quickly.
You don't think maybe it had something to do with nuking a plane in the sky?
We secured us all. I knew it.
Word got out quickly. Commercial airplanes passing over the area were asked to note location and extent of the calm seas. It appeared that the calm area was spreading out at 18 miles an hour on the edge broadening the width of the area 36 miles per hour. It was already thousands of miles wide. Soon it would lock up the entire Earth's weather pattern and stop the wind everywhere. Without wind, there was. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know.
We're all
Shut
famous.
up, please,
The
Norman.
Vivek said Prime Minister Peter Blair sent ships to the South Atlantic to look for me. This was considered the most ridiculous naval mission of all time. Well, at least you admit it. Blair's folly, said the newspaper headlines. Blair's search for the Holy Grail. Fuck off. Anybody who had been seen knew the impossibility of finding a body in the vast nothingness, even if it was floating on the surface. The next part of the big program was a real shock. That Friday night, President Martin suddenly resigned in the middle of the night and left the White House. To go to his Indiana home. Secretary of Defense was
To shit him
the White
out.
House because, according to the two-man rule, he had to confirm the president's identity before the nuclear missile launch codes could be activated. But for an hour, the United States had no president, while Vice President Veronica Stinson was asleep and unaware. Did I have any responsibility for this mess, or for not telling people about how when I was 10? You decide. No, we're not going to decide anything because it's fucking over.
Yes, it's over. With way.
Don't fucking break the fourth wall and acknowledge us, you whore. I have no more alcohol.
Well, I thank you for sticking with us despite your hunger, and it's been a pleasure as always.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it is talking
It's
to
never
you.
a pleasure.
It's a pleasure talking
It
to
was so
you,
painful.
okay?
We're always drained by the end.
I'm trying
and-
to be nice to you.
Shut the fuck up, you simp. I'm ranting. It's never a pleasure. We're always drained by the end of this. And we're sad. Usually you and I are at least hungry.
Very
Raptor, I'm
much
sure,
so.
has a fresh kill ready to consume.
Alright, hey guys, again,
Are
sorry
you
for...
at least in the chat, are you at least having a good time?
Are you
Make this worth it.
Are you getting enjoyment from our suffering? If you say no, I will hate you all. This was a fucking trek. Have a good night, everybody.
See?
Thank you, Darius.
Even Darius thinks it's a hard sit.
But, yeah, sorry for not reading the comments. We just had to finish that. We're at 2 hours and 22 minutes now. Yeah, but yes, thank you for coming, and, be back. I don't know if I'll be doing Sunday streams for a while. I just haven't felt up to it lately. But, if you guys really want me to, try and encourage me. Either way, Kenzie and I will be back with Gemma next Wednesday for a dramatic reading, and the three of us will all be back next Thursday. See you guys then. Same bean time, same bean channel.